about workforce shortages. Many businesses have experienced workforce shortages even after the somewhat controversial bonus unemployment benefits dried up. We're still seeing issues there. Erica, what do you see as causing this shortage, and what are some things that you would propose to address it?
We still see a huge portion of the 3.25 million Americans who have not, 3.25 million Americans have not returned to work since 2020, or so we have 3.25 less working, right? Those folks primarily are saying that they're living off of savings, spouses, government checks, and still some unemployment. I mean, I know somebody who was on unemployment for 6 months before the pandemic, was still on unemployment after, and that person has a law degree and is fully capable of working. So we're just seeing a lot of folks who are, I think, honestly depressed and struggling emotionally and mentally, and they've just checked out and they've decided not to return to work. 30% of women who were surveyed have not returned to work because they're facing childcare issues. They've either decided to stay home to take care of their kids or to school them. They don't want to send them back to the schools. They feel afraid for them. So we're seeing this kind of across the spectrum, people just asking themselves, what is my purpose? What do I want to do with my life? Am I fulfilled? And that, coupled with the fear and the government supports, is just leading people to not come back. They're deciding that they have other options. And while I think it's great that people are deciding to stay home and take care of their families, I think we should encourage that. But it's actually the majority of the folks are leaving retail and restaurant establishments. Many of them, their jobs were completely eliminated and the places that they worked for closed. So what we need to see is the government getting out of the way so that we don't continue to see its rules and regulations close businesses.
Okay, thank you. Anya, what are your thoughts? What do you think is causing the workforce shortages, and what would you do to address it?
We're seeing record numbers of people, especially as they approach retirement age, leave the workforce. In Vermont, we have an aging population, so that's disproportionately affecting us. The younger workers that are coming in oftentimes are lacking the skills or the understanding of the way the workforce is going to be. I deal with this every day. I've had 3 employees that I've hired that lasted 2 days and then left. And they were all on the younger side, some of them younger than others. And it was really just like kind of a shock to them what an 8-hour workday looked like. And it's unfortunate that that's the case, but I believe that we need to be incentivizing high school students to be learning some trades right through high school. Not everybody is going to go on to higher education. It's just not for everybody. And they should be able to come out of high school with some basic skills for the workforce. In Washington, I would like to see legislation enacted to incentivize people who may be on the lower income side of the workforce. It's what I refer to as the working poor. They're holding a job, but they're still not making it. They're still not able to make the ends meet. And especially women with children and so forth, et cetera, that will lose the, perhaps health benefits or something that they're receiving from state assistance if they go to work. We need to change that so that when they're working and they're putting into the economy and they're paying their taxes and all of these things, they're not losing out. Because what we're seeing right now is the government has incentivized staying home. And it's a very hard thing for an employer to combat when you can do nothing and make more money and people aren't really signing up for that work. So I would like to see that change as quickly as possible. It will help businesses immensely.
All right.